Good evening, everybody. So, tonight we're back with some Divinity Original Sin 2. I remember kind of where we left off because we talked about it the other day, but yeah. These are one of actually, I was honestly debating whether I was even going to play this game today, simply because I've gotten so far into it, but I'm kind of just feeling lost at the moment, which that's not a bad thing simply because of how the story's going so far, but I don't like getting into games and then just getting just falling away from it per se. And like the way they do the champion the companions, that kind of threw me off a little when we started. So I might change it up tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Friday, or I might not. It depends. I do have some wonderful news though. It has arrived. So that will be my project for the probably next 4 or 5 days. I'm probably going to unpackage it tomorrow and then see what I have to do as far as putting it together and or anything to do with that. And then I need to back up my current computer onto my external hard drives because I'm going to need some of the files off of it in order to transfer over to the new computer. And then we'll have to go through the setup and downloading basically 7 terabytes worth of gaming and other stuff onto that one. But I think I have a limit on how much I can download per month. I think it's like a terabyte or two. So it'll probably be 3 or 4 months before I actually get everything downloaded that I want. But I'll of course start with the games that I'm going to be focusing on playing. Okay, so we found the, what do you call her? Oh yeah. So we found Siva's vault. Roost expects Ifan to deliver the God Woka into a sawmill somewhere in the region. Siva learned that Roost may be holed up in an abandoned sawmill somewhere outside Drew. So these two are both looking for the same person. Okay. Huh. So I wonder if you have to go to all these different people to learn about the source, or do you only have to you only have to learn from one of them? Because I have a feeling you have to learn from all of them.
The Meister is examining her wounds, prodding at this, wincing at that, Her face seems grim as she turns to you.
I should have probably used my character because he's a lizard, she's a lizard.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken?
I like Siebel's answer. Say it means total responsibility of others. You're not wrong. Say that you frankly don't. Is it like being a princess in a golden dress riding a unicorn? Ugh. I want to be sarcastic, but this is supposed to be a serious conversation. So I'm going to stick with the appropriate answer, which is 2. Say that it means total responsibility to others.
Just so. To accept divinity is to accept responsibility for the lives of every person and beast that walks Rivellon.
Yep.
If granted divinity, you would have the power of all 7 gods at your disposal. You could heal any wound, pull islands from the sea, right any injustice. But make no mistake, the Divine has only one duty: to protect this world from the Void. The Divine cannot use her power for anything else.
Hold up a hand. Surely you can use some power for yourself. Nod, you understand nod, but you're already thinking about what you could do with such power. We'll go with 2 again. Nod, you understand.
Very well, then. Let's see if we can't snatch divinity from the jaws of the Void. The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction aflame, and then inhale the smoke. Ignore any feelings of dizziness, burning in your lungs, or a dire sense of existential dread. They're all perfectly normal, although you will need to sacrifice a little sauce along the way. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard, sauce in the glowing fountain, ritual in the tome by the bookcase, even an incinerator to provide a flame.
Nice.
The Meister looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
Observe that her cuts look pretty bad.
Quite. Mind you, being torn asunder by a Voidwoken would be even more inconvenient. So if you wouldn't mind...
The Meister points sharply to the ingredients cupboard.
Pause for a moment, ask if she's ever seen the ritual performed before.
Once, although not by a Godwoken. My assistant did not believe that one had to be chosen by a god to become divine.
She waves a bandaged hand absent-mindedly, wincing slightly.
A headstrong and thoughtless girl, but the experience was... was quite educational.
Hold on, guys, I gotta... Sorry about that.
From observing her, I gather that the ritual involves inhaling the smoke, a lot of screaming, and a rather sudden death.
Actually, your eyes go wide. She let her assistant go through with that even though she wasn't Godwoken? Yeah, I'm gonna go with 3.
Well, certainly. It is not my place to police the stupidity of others. I have to admit I was curious. Imagine if it had been a success. Why, then anyone could have ascended. Even I... Alas, success was beyond her reach. Quite fascinating to watch, though. I've never seen a body burn from the inside out before.
Swallows nervously. Well, at least you're sure that you're God woken. You'll get ready for the ritual.
And do not lose anything. These ingredients are rare indeed. I'm not hiking back out to the cloisterwood to fetch you more blackroot.
Okay.
Opening the door, you see a selection of ingredients, thrown together in no particular order.
Look for the materials you need to complete the ritual.
After a quick rummage, you spot the blackroot nestled between the grated dragon's tongue and drudene oil. You gather up the blackroot, obsidian lance, and ancient bowl, and kick the door of the cupboard closed.
Okay. Notes on the Godwoken. That's worthless. Nope. Oh, that's the incinerator, okay. I'm looking at what I can rob from her, to be honest. Grotesque jar. Ooh, nice. Alright. Draw blood. Okay, so where's the lance? Oh, she already has it. This can go down here. Nope. I wonder if we have to do this for each character. Set a flame to the bowl and its contents.
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading.
I'm gonna hold the fumes in your lungs and ignore the thumping in your head.
The smoke burns your lungs, but you don't feel any different. Your vision slowly starts to clear. You're still standing exactly where you were, a faint burning sensation in your chest. Perhaps this ritual is not meant for you.
Oops.
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, the smoke burns you. You're still standing. As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world. As you suck the smoke deep into your
Why
lungs,
is it
your
going to
vision
my back
starts
to
to
my
swim and
character?
cloud. There is an intense the smoke, but you're still.
Okay, that was kind of annoying.
Opening the door, you see. You explore the remaining ingredients, but you've...
Now let's...
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, the smoke... But you're still...
Okay, so note to self, you have to use your character. At least that's my assumption.
Opening the door, after a quick... You gather up the blood...
Okay.
As you suck the smoke deep... As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul.
This recess of my soul.
Dun dun dun.
But it looks like the Hall of Echoes.
So why is he always following us? I don't understand that. I can't walk over there. Kind of looks like this is just all here for cool looks. Why am I looking at myself?
Bathed in the half-light of these starless barrens, you spot a figure you could only describe as a second self. It looks haggard and weak, its very voice but a feeble echo of your own.
My chosen. Come. Come closer, so that you may see me as I truly am.
He kind of looks like a future you. I'll step
Look
closer.
me in the eyes.
The apparition clasps your face in its shaking hands. You suddenly feel your eyes tingle. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color, then fade back into their accustomed spectrum.
Blind eyes. Shine brightly. Speak the spell and see.
Spirit vision. Your eyes pierce the veil of the Hall of Echoes.
Gone is the strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the goddess Solstice in all her spectral glory.
You know me now, don't you? I saved you from drowning. I blessed you, made you powerful. And now I've come to seek some power in return. Your god-woken soul is my last refuge, my last bastion. May as well make the best of what you have to offer.
Solstice nourishes herself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep down inside yourself.
Ah, yes. Just what I needed. I tell you, dying just doesn't become a god.
Dying, worried, ask her what's happening. I'm gonna say tell her not to be so dramatic. Gods are immortal after all.
Immortality is only permanent, my dear, until one day it simply ceases to be.
Why?
The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. Droplet by droplet, we are being drained. We're battling for our very survival. It's a battle we're losing, and should we truly lose, all will be cast into oblivion.
Say you won't stand for this. There must be a way to save her still. Smirk and say you wouldn't have pegged her as a defeatist. Surmise that by hiding herself in your soul, she'll turn you into the target for every god woken in the world. I'm gonna go with 2 on this one again. So that's why the void woken are attacking people, because they're linked to the gods.
Well, sort of. But by all means, let that be a motivator, not a cause for concern.
Yeah, it's free experience.
You must realize that our fates are now as one, just as our souls are now as one. We are I. Together we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we seek to survive the onslaught of the void, we stand no chance unless we become vastly more powerful than we are now. That means there is but one place we can go. The Well of Ascension.
The Well of Ascension. Say you once heard of an old storyteller speak of it as the birthplace of gods.
It most certainly will be. The Well of Ascension is a lake, a pool of pure source, in which the powers of the Seven lie united. We gave them up freely to create the first divine. Each of us donated half of that which makes us gods. To bathe in the lake is to become our chosen. That is where the road to divinity leads, and you must be the first to reach it at all costs.
Ask her why it's so important you should win. Surely the rise of any new divine is the Seven's aim. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2. Because wait, hold on, the gods once gave away half their powers just like that. Well, it wasn't just like that. That's, yeah.
There you touch upon the very heart of the matter. The void is stronger than ever. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension. Not to bathe in the source of the Seven, but to take it. All of it.
Okay.
Only he who claims everything will be everything. The void's doom, this world's liberator.
Contemplate her words and say you're very much like the sound of them. Pause to wonder what will happen to the other gods if you do this. So she's implying you must steal the powers of the other gods. That makes you feel rather uncomfortable. I'm gonna go with 2 again.
It's very simple, really. They will either bow to you or be undone. But of course, that is what they are saying to their own god woken as we speak. We both know they won't bow, just like we both know you will never bow to them. Only one can become a god strong enough to safeguard our world. One at the expense of all others. So make no mistake, my champion. chances are the road to divinity will be paved with dead gods. Their blood on your murderous hands. But don't let that dismay you, for these sins will be washed clean by the knowledge you committed them to save all of existence. To save your kin and your loved ones and the world they live in.
Tell her you're quite convinced and ask where you can find the Well of Ascension. And what about the other races? Ask. I'm gonna go with 2.
They will be at your mercy, which is vastly preferable to you being at theirs. Wouldn't you agree? So fret not, but revel in the promise of the lake. I will lead you there when you're ready, when you've become a true master of the Source and speak the language of creation itself. Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command Source like only a Godwoken can, and wield its most powerful spells.
Frown, aren't you already quite the Source Master? Say that if you become a Source Master of the Source, surely there's no better tutor than herself. Smile warily and say that pilgrimage sounds rather ironic given your mission. To me, she sounds very arrogant and ignorant. So I think I'll go with 3.
Laughter rolls and echoes into infinity.
Perhaps. But what is a pilgrimage after all, if not a journey of atonement in search of enlightenment? Focus not on death and irony, my chosen. On life and ascension instead. We are I now. The spells you need to know I will teach you when you are ready. But first you must learn to channel the Source in greater volumes. That is why you need to seek masters of the Source. You must make them teach you, so that you may become a master in turn.
So that's why you need to go to all these different masters, so you can expand your horizons and gain further abilities.
So, return to Rivellon, and seek out these sages where they dwell. Convince them to share with you their deep-seated bond with the Source. Once you have, you may return to me here.
Before you go, ask what it is she did to her eyes exactly. Say you'd have thought she's a master of the Source herself. I'm gonna go with 2.
And so much more. But I'm no longer who I once was, bound to you as I've become. I will teach you what I can, but the knowledge that will expand the bounds of your soul, that you'll have to hunt for yourself.
Before you go, ask what it is she did to your eyes.
Something that'll make you understand that for a god, there is precious little difference between the living and the dead. Source is. It is a constant, a subject of neither time nor transience. All of life is Source, and in Source it is. Immortally so. You have the vision of a god now. Eyes that can see spirits, the souls of the dead made manifest in Source. Speak the spell during your peregrinations, and you will see them. Where the dead lie, the dead linger. Best of luck, my champion.
Spirit of the archaeologist.
The spirit of a dwarf frowns at you, suspicion drawing the lines of his face deep.
I don't hear any pickaxes. No shovels. Where are my lazy diggers? We can't be wasting time. The Empress will have me head, and then all of yours.
You want to know a bit more about this Empress?
You don't know the Outlaw Empress? She'd gut you for the disrespect. So best get digging before she gets back. The site's close. It has to be. There's more stones to break, more earth to turn. We need to get there.
A man's spirit stands before you, clad in scholarly dress. When your eyes meet, he staggers back, terrified.
Who has taken my books? My notes? They were here just a moment ago. Everything was peaceful again. Sweet Armadia, why do you test your chronicler so, haunting me with spirits?
Quit your spitting! There's work to be done at the dig. Where's your shovel?
Rufus, am I dreaming? How could we be together after...
Inform the spirit that he is dead while you are not.
The chronicler shudders, looking sick to his stomach.
Again. This again. I sleep, then I wake, and another piece of the world is gone. When we were in Reaper's Eye, when I saw those tomes and scrolls, I was myself again. For a moment, I was alive. But the vision always fades. I'm just a remnant of the Empress's ambition. Why can't I escape? Why is there never a way out?
Tell the Chronicle you want to know more about him.
Me? I archived Rivellon's history. I used ink to immortalize greatness on the page. A lizard empress sought my services. She needed an ancient design restored from a damaged text. She told me the design was brilliant. When the armor was forged, the Empress showed it to me, and she trapped me inside. Consumed me.
Oh, he might be referring to the armor of the Devourer.
If it wasn't for me, the armor wouldn't exist at all. This is my fault.
I'm gonna promise to break him free.
If I knew the way, I'd shout until every god heard me. But I have no idea. I simply want this to end.
Quit idling. We have to dig.
The chronicler puts his head in his hands, collapsing in silent defeat.
Because I think right now I have 2 pieces of the Devourer set.
Go now.
The Meister is examining her wounds, prodding at this, wincing at that. Her face seems grim as she turns to you.
There's a ghost nearby. Ghosts may linger anywhere they have unfinished business. Cast spirit vision regularly to find them.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken?
Total responsibility to others.
Just so. To accept divinity is if granted divinity, but make no mistake. The divine cannot use his power for anything else. Very well. The ritual itself. Ignore any feelings of everything you need is here.
The Meister looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
And do not lose anything.
Well, I already did that.
The squirrel seems to be flicking through various scraps of paper, humming and hawing as he goes. After some time, he throws the scraps to the wind and spurs on his cat. still there, Quercus. Do you think it'll ever leave us? It's still there.
Yep, he's out of source. Okay. They said there was ghosts nearby. Let's see what. Oh. Spirit of the Apprentice.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you. She seems surprised.
You can see me. A god woken in my presence. You honor me.
Ask who she is.
I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn. I hear tales of the ritual, of what lies beyond. Such wonders, such powers. I decide to pursue them myself. Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not God-woken. But in my heart, I know I'm special. I try. I burn the root. I breathe the smoke and it burns me back. No air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot cry out. I leave my life behind with a shameful whimper.
Ask why she risked such a thing if she was aware of the dangers.
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power and not covet it for yourself. I lie to myself and convince myself that I am special. But I am not special. I am dead.
The spirit taps his foot, arms crossed tight across his chest.
Why are you wasting everyone's time? Get to the site before the Empress sees.
Ask where the spirit was digging.
Haven't you seen the excavation site? There's real treasure there. Bones of the beast. The site's close. It has to be. There's more stones to break, more earth to turn. We need to get there.
Okay.
The spirit keeps glancing back. A difficult task since his shoulders are tense as iron.
How can I help?
Demand to know if he's the spirit, if the spirit has been following you.
I don't have a choice. You're the one wearing those gauntlets, dragging me around this way and that. I cannot do anything to prevent it. We are bound together.
Promise to break him free if he knows the way.
If I knew the way...
Quit idling.
The chronicler puts his head...
So what gloves are there? Yep, I was right, the Devourer set. So I'm guessing if I get additional pieces, I'm gonna have more ghosts following me. Oh wow. That was quite the haul. Okay. Ugh. Ah. Who is that? Elizabeth.
The Meister's back! The Meister's back! She doesn't feel like playing, but...
Alright. I wonder if they'll try and arrest...
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Divine order to march against the ancient empire!
Oh, here's the exit. You know what? Let's head that way. Because this is probably a lower level area, so we should be able to clear it.
Sorcerer. Why?
Come on, lives are at stake.
It wasn't me.
Watch it. Those are source traps.
Halt! The hounds smell sauce on you. Plenty of it, by the sound of them. Haven't got a collar for you. Damn it. I'm sorry, but I can't let you leave. Hounds, at the ready.
Enter Jack, say you're a sorcerer indeed, but none of the other magisters in town felt the need to apprehend you. I'm gonna go with 2, see if they'll convince them. Yes!
Fine, fine. Do all the gallivanting you want. But if a hound goes snapping at your heels, I'm looking the other way.
Level 10. I'm level 11. I'm level 10, okay.
But did I ever tell you of my past in the Divine Order?
Ifan looks uneasy, even hangdog.
Ever tell you I worked with Lucian? Fact is, I was once pretty high up in his Divine Order. He was a good man.
Sounds like, I'm gonna say 2. Say you sure he was? He was the Divine after all.
He was. And trust me, the Divine Order of today has nothing to do with Lucian's. Everything started to go downhill during the war after my last mission.
He closes his eyes as he speaks, forehead creasing with effort.
You know sacrifices had to be made during the war? Well, Lucian knew he needed to use death fog to eliminate the Black Ring. But doing that would kill the elves also. So he came up with a plan. I was to hurry through the forests with a rift portal for the elves, so they could escape before the death fog exploded. But something went wrong. I was too late. The death fog exploded just as I arrived, and the elves were...
Say it seems that the Divine Order are even worse than your already rock-bottom opinion of them. Console him, he tried. That makes him a hero in your eyes. I'm gonna go with 2. Reach out and touch his arm. No words seem adequate as consolation. Which is true. I mean, you really can't say anything if your mission failed. It was beyond your control.
He shoots you a grateful look and the smallest of smiles.
Onwards.
Woohoo! Oh man. Can I actually kill this? No, I didn't think so. Okay, who has them? There they are. Grog the Troll. 6,000
If you have to think,
life.
why not think big?
He's weak to fire. Oh, he basically just one-shot you. Wow.
Smells like blood and death. I wonder what I've stumbled upon. Garvin said the attack happened somewhere around here. The cargo ought to be nearby.
That looks like a booby trap.
If you have to think, why not think big?
Well, holy cow. Dang, he hits hard. He's dead. Not even gonna wait, because I'm not gonna be able to catch him. So,
I wonder what I've stumbled upon.
I'm halfway tempted just to run through it and then heal up.
We're getting close. Garvin said the attack happened somewhere around here.
The cargo ought to be nearby.
Alright. That worked. I always forget that they don't actually take damage until their magic shield drops.
If you have the stick, why not think?
Alright, so we're gonna put him, oops, put him up here.
Seems someone's been digging rather hastily.
Because I want him up on the higher ledge.
Something isn't right here.
Puss-crusted rat! Cack-sniffing whelp! Where you hiding? Daddy's boy, where you hiding?
The spirit notices his eviscerated corpse, caked in dirt and laced with maggots, and lets out a spine-curling howl.
Ask if he's Garvin's mentor.
Voidwalken? Voidwalken did not eat of my flesh. Voidwalken did not betray me, it were him. My boy, my Garvin. I want his head in my hands. I want his head in the dirt, sticky with worms, picked to the bones by buzzards. Bring it to me, head of the dog, Garvin, Garvin!
Tell him you wish him peace but won't commit murder on his behalf. Ask him what came between them that led to this murder.
Spoiled like green milk, like a stinking egg. His hands were bigger than his head. He wanted and wanted, but didn't know enough. Never enough. He'll got the business, same as he did me. Rat, pig, dog.
I don't mind helping him. In this case, I think an eye for an eye is perfectly legitimate. You feel pity for the tormented soul and offer to help him get his revenge.
Find him. Feel his heart. Squeeze it dry. Squeeze it dead. Bring the head. Bring the head!
Alright. Pretty sure he was over here somewhere. Alright. Yep, perfect. Serious? Oh, I didn't even see that up there. Ow. Well, I can already see how bad this is gonna go. Of course. What do you mean? Oh, I'm crippled. So I can't even attack? I can't choose myself. There we go. And she can't move, so...
Healing.
Those dogs are gonna kill her and I can't do anything about it.
Invading.
I'm ready. Hurts, doesn't it?
Oh wow, that does everybody. All because she was cursed. But at least he didn't heal himself, so that's, I guess, what matters. That's why I should have summoned that. Dang. Seriously? 56 points of damage?
Hurts, doesn't it? With the Reaper for me.
Really? She didn't get healed. Why didn't she heal up? There we go. Garbage. Alright, so let's go talk to this troll and see what happens here.
Back off, pigeon! This is my bridge, and I don't suffer fools on it.
The enormous, unusually red troll looms over you with his fists clenched threateningly. His expression is stern, yet you can see the tiniest twinkle in his intelligent eyes.
Didn't hear me the first time, parrot?
Shuffle from toe to toe and apologize for your intrusion. Tell him you're not used to taking insults from walking rocks. I'm gonna say you heard him fine. He doesn't suffer fools, and you're not a fool.
He smiles a jagged and magnanimous grin. Each pitchfork-pointed tooth seems to threaten you individually.
We'll see. You want to cross my bridge?
His bridge. Say that you're pretty sure taxpayer coin constructed this bridge. Side-eye and the dead Voidwolf can say you don't want to end up like that. I'm gonna go with 2.
Well, I killed them. Nobody crosses my bridge for free, and they didn't pay the toll.
Okay.
Mind you, they hadn't tongues to bargain with, nor pockets for coin. But still, a troll must stand by his principles.
Ask how his principles mesh with extorting money for the use of a public bridge.
Look at this wreck. No taxpayer coin has touched it in a hot century.
He kicks the edge of the bridge, sending a sizable chunk of rock flying perilously close to your eye.
I'm the only thing standing between this bridge and the void.
Okay.
These days, everything is in decline.
Nah, asked to cross the bridge.
He rubs his leathery hands together with glee.
Sure. One regular priced bridge crossing coming right up.
5,000?
And I don't want to hear any whiny little baby noises about it either.
Alright, so... raise an eyebrow and tell him there's another void woken on the bridge right behind him. Tell him that he'd do better charging less since more people could cross that way. Flex your biceps and tell him you're willing to do this the hard way. I think I'll go with the intelligence one. Cry just like a whiny little baby. Yeah, that's not going to work. Let's do 2. Dang, needed 6. I don't understand why there's a level 18. Well, that sucked. Hopefully that won't happen on my new computer. Because that is just annoying. But this is why we always save it too. I wonder if I could teleport him. Alright. Let's go with 1. Nope, need 6 for that too. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to persuade him. And then I'll probably have to do the side quest that he offers. Yeah, let's try the flex just for the hell of it. I don't think it'll work. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to have to ask to see if there's anything we can do to lower the cost. Because I'm not spending almost half my money just to cross a stupid bridge. At least right now, because I see no reason to do that. Ask if there's anything you can do to lower the cost.
His eyes narrow to glinting slits, and a deep laugh shakes his whole frame.
There is one thing. The competition. Take out my competition, and I could waive the usual fee.
Let's tell him to give you the location. He'll see what you can do.
That's a little non-committal, but I'll take what I can get around here.
Grog drags a rough map in the dust of the bridge with one claw. He then spends an inordinate amount of time sketching a highly vulgar doodle of this Marge he wants you to take care of.
There. Now, for the moment, you'll need to back off. No pay, no stay.
Fair enough. Oh, he's down over here. Okay. Looks like we can go around. Ooh, one of the chests are down here. Alright, well, let's go down towards this excavation site. Oh, there's bad guys here. Possessed cleric. They're all possessed though. Why do they have wings?
None must.
I didn't even look to see what level they were. Well, level 10. Has been possessed and is immune to fear, charm, sleep, madness, and taunt.
The very air stings like needles. The void has taken hold here.
So I think for the moment we'll avoid that.
Whatever happened here, it was a massacre.
I like that these guys aren't dum-dums and they don't just run into poison and stuff. Stone Crusher's armor. Wow. Just for the simple stats, that's way better. Love it. Oops. That's what's nice about being so super strong.
Better tread softly. Somebody's in that cave.
Shh! Hold your tongue.
I swear, I should have expected nothing less. They wander across a tragedy, and how do they spend their time? Gawking at the dead like they're nothing more than a sack of cloth and flesh to be looted. Bloody parasite. Wait, can you see me? Elves, teeth. How'd you manage that?
Explain that you're God-woken, one of the last, actually.
The dwarf's eyes narrow, and he squares his shoulders. His hand seems to instinctively drop to his waist.
That a fact. And here I thought our darling Bishop Alexander was the only one. So God-woken are powerful, eh? Powerful enough to control minds? To force brothers to draw steel against each other?
You look at the devastation that surrounds you, is that what happened here?
The dwarf nods grimly. After a long moment, he swallows and starts to speak.
We were doing some work round these parts. Smuggling, stealing, removing the odd witness. You know, bread and butter stuff. We were sitting here, eating, drinking, telling tales. When some of the lads, their eyes turned black as pitch. Next thing I know, my best mate's buried his dagger in my gut, and there's void woken everywhere you look. Them that didn't die were carried off to the cave. Might be I was the lucky one, lying there, bleeding out.
Ask about this cave, what happened there?
Was the day I'd have to cut you just for asking. Don't suppose it makes much of a difference now. The cave was our base, where we wrecked, smuggled and stored the loot. The entrance is through the ruins over yonder, for all the good it'll do you. Might be swarming with void-woken by now.
Well, what does he expect? Living a life of crime, he was always going to come to a bad end. I'm going to go with one. Died a hero and so did his friends.
Kind words. But there ain't none that'll undo what we saw. Most we can hope for now is some peace in the Hall of Echoes.
True that.
But what if they're friends?
What if they keep on walking, bud? You got moss for ears. Scram!
The face of a dwarf appears from the shadows. You notice a couple of fresh scratches on his cheek, partially hidden by a thick beard.
You got a problem with simple instructions, friend? Leave. Now!
The camp is covered in bodies. He really expects you to walk away, no questions asked.
Don't know about no questions asked, but there'll be no answers given. Now leave!
Tell him you never leave a fellow dwarf in a place like this. Got some more happen here.
I were looking for mushrooms when I heard the shouts. Ran out as fast as I could, but I took a tumble. The crew was fighting amongst themselves, tearing each other apart. They had these pitch-black eyes and fought like demons. Hell, maybe they were demons. I only managed to drag Valine in here before the bloody Void Woken turned up to finish the job. I've never seen such slaughter. Best we could do was save ourselves and try to report back to Driftwood. Lohar's got to know about this.
Ask why they're still here if they need to go to Driftwood.
I figured we'd hold tight for now, just till we're sure the way's clear. Then we'll make a run for Driftwood. No point taking a risk and ending up split open on the grass. Now, I'll beg your pardon and get back to settling things in here. Don't need to paint a target on our little den by gabbing with you all day.
Well, Well, that sucks.
You watch yourself. The void walking around here are winged hell.
What? How'd they manage to get over here? Oh, there's a way to climb up. Nah.
A fisherman stares at the water, muttering to himself.
The missus will kill me. She'll tear me a new mouth halfway down my neck.
Guess the fish aren't biting. Look where he's looking.
You see nothing.
I've gone and thrown my wedding ring in the water.
Let's ask him why he doesn't.
I could do that. I could. But seeing as the ring has a bit of sauce to it, like as not, going in there will attract Voidwoken. All things equal, between an angry wife and Voidwoken, I'm leaning towards the wife.
I reckon it's probably safe to go in the water. Tell him you'll go get the ring yourself.
I'm not asking you to risk your life on account of me and my marital woes, but if you fancy a paddle, you can go right ahead.
Huh. Ah. Come on, guys. I changed my mind. That's what the problem was. I see a chest over there.
I've spotted something.
Voidwoken, to arms!
Yeah, these guys are relatively... He's not weak. knock him down. And that has to be, yeah. I don't know why I do stuff like that. Seriously, a mist? I didn't realize I was gonna hit him too. That skill just does not do any damage. I wonder why her attack is so bad. Oh wow, almost one-shot that. Okay. And I can't heal either one of them because they're both cursed. Oh no, that's just... Okay, never mind. That's not the same thing.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Oh, so close. Excuse me. That's not good. I've got to kill him. Oh, come on. Seriously? Oh, thank you. Wow, everybody's going over there to her. Ribbit. Oh, she's stunned. Well, at least somebody here if I'm not careful. Oops, I accidentally drank 2 of them. Kill that one.
I'm fading. I'm fading.
Seriously? I don't like wasting resurrection spells. That's the only reason I reloaded. Oh heck, I just saved it. You know what? Let's do this.
I'll yield to none.
I might have to back up a save. You know what?
I need aid!
This is not working.
Prepare yourself!
Oops. Well, they shouldn't be able to hit me inside of the smoke, I would think. That's fine. I can target him all day long. I don't care.
It's your maker.
Woo! Got lucky there. Oh, come on. There we go. Ooh, that's really good. Alright. Just took a little bit of MacGyvering. That's all. Okay, where'd he go? What the heck did he pick up that was 50 pounds? Oh, that's silk. Oh, wow. Oh, here he is.
A horrified fisherman stares at the water, muttering to himself. He looks up at your approach.
Well, that was terrifying. I need a new line of work. Goat herd, high on a mountain. Spice trader in the deserts. Anything but this. They're looking for people to go to the Empire. How's it for Voidwoken there?
I'm gonna tell him he found the ring.
You found it! How wonderful! The wife will be thrilled. Or she would if she ever found out about this, which of course she won't. But I can't thank you enough.
Note that it is possible for him to thank you too little.
His eyes...
I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to say.
I'm gonna go with 3.
Here, take the last of my gold as a token of my thanks.
He slips the ring onto his finger, where it dangles loose.
I feel better already. Need to fatten myself up a bit again so I don't lose it a second time. Can't be relying on mercenaries like you to dig me out. Can't afford it.
With a new confidence in his stance, he gives you a casual salute, then turns back to his fishing.
Alright. I think I'm gonna call it right here. So we got a little bit done. Got a few fights. Oh, look at that. Got a few fights done. Got some good information. And yeah. If you guys are interested in my story through Divinity, you can check them out there. Those are the first 3 games in the series, and then here is the last 3 games. They do not go in order as far as history, but it's good to play them in the order that they were released simply because of the information that is placed in each game is relevant to the following game, which I thought they did a really good job, even though they are like thousands of years apart as far as in the timeline. Anyways, we will be back Friday with some more Divinity. Hopefully by then I'll have my new PC unpacked. So I might show it off. I won't have it hooked up obviously, but I should have it unpacked. We'll see. Depends on how busy work is tomorrow. But tomorrow it's supposed to be gorgeous out. Mid 50s, partly sunny. Oh, can't wait. Especially when it's been in the 30s and cloudy and nasty. The 30s aren't bad if it's sunny out, but when it's cloudy and the humidity is high, it just chills you to the bone. But yeah, we'll be back Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern for some more Divinity Original Sin. Saturday we'll be doing Evil Within. I'm hoping by next week we finish Evil Within. Just a reminder though that next Wednesday I will not be streaming. I have a work meeting at stream time, so I won't be able to make it. And I think that's just about it. We actually did pretty good tonight, as far as I'm concerned, for the couple hours that we played. But if you guys are not native to the United States, you can go on my Twitch page and check out the Streamlabs schedule, and it will show your local listings. And if you're interested in any of my streams, I haven't posted the last couple streams on there yet. I'm going to do that this weekend. So there's like an Evil Within stream, I think, from a couple weeks ago, and then Evil Within from yesterday, and then the Divinity stream from today will go on there. So look for those probably Saturday or Sunday. It's just really hard to do it during the week when I'm working crazy hours, which I've definitely stayed busy working. And the last couple weeks we've been really working. It hasn't like we've been like there's days where we might get a chance to sit around, but right now those days have been few and far in between, to say the least. And of course the weather always takes a lot out of you when you're working in the cold like this. But with that, guys, I will see you Friday at 6 p.m. You guys have a good rest of the week, and I'll keep you up to date on the progress of my new PC. I'm looking though next week we'll probably start using it. It shouldn't have a performance difference than on the games that I'm currently playing. It might have a little bit better performance on Divinity, but Evil Within, since it's such a low performance rated game, there shouldn't be any issues there. But yeah, you guys have a good night, and I will see you later.